Yo, what is up guys, it's FullySpaced here, and on screen now you'll see the frame layout for the build. Feel free to pause it back there and you can get as much information as you need to get the foundation for this build. From here, you just want to extend the build up to 4 high on each kind of log. Once you've got each log to 4 high, you're just going to want to connect them all up, and then that will kind of give you your main frame or foundation to the base. Once you've connected it all up and you have this foundation, you just want to extend each corner piece or each middle piece just by 1 block, just so you kind of have these little sticky out logs. It really gives off this nice medieval style. From here, you want to grab your stair and begin working on your roof. So you're just going to extend your roof upwards. You're going to start by placing an upside down stair and a stair on top of that. From here on, you want to place a stair on the back of that stair, then 2 blocks above. Then a stair on top of those 2 blocks. Place another stair on the back of that stair. Expand the roof by 1 block again. Place a stair on top of those, and then in between those stairs place another step, and then place 2 blocks above and then a staircase. But I actually end up knocking one out, so I just knock one down, so you actually have 1 spruce plank and then a staircase instead. You can have the roof as high as you want, or however you like. I stuck the roof out by 1 as well, just with 1 staircase, and then I proceeded to go around the other corners here and just copy the roof style. So we've got 1 on the back and then 1 on the other side, as you will see on the video. You just want to copy the exact same style that I did that roof. You're going to have the exact same thing for the whole way around, and your roof will be nice and even and work out really clear when you're coming to fill it in later. From here, you just want to head down to the bottom of your roof and kind of extend it along and connect it all up. You want to do this on all sides just so you have a base foundation for the roof, and it's basically kind of there, it's just not filled in yet, so you have the framework of it, and then once you've done this you will just need to fill it in and you'll have your finished roof. From here, you just want to fill it in with whatever block you choose. For this video, I did actually use granite and just a mixture of blocks that are really similar. So I used the kind of smooth version, and also I used bricks. The bricks really just kind of give a different kind of pattern to the build. You just want to mix up your color palette, especially using 3 different types of blocks. You never want to use the same block, otherwise it's going to look really boring. So you just want to kind of throw in a few different blocks here and there. Really just kind of spice up the look of the build and just texture the roof like I'm doing like so. This will just basically bring out a lot more to the build and make it not look as plain when you look at it from afar or from any kind of angle. Next up, you just want to fill in your walls now. So I'm actually going to fill in 2 blocks, and then my door is going to be in the middle, and then I'm going to place another 2 blocks on the opposite side. I'm using a palette of stone bricks, cracked stone bricks, cobblestone and normal stone, and a bit of mossy cobblestone as well. I'm just going to fill in all these areas and basically lay out where I want my windows. So I'm going to fill out there, and I've got a 2 wide window on the front one, then I've got a 1 high window there. And then I just head around, fill in this back area. I don't actually put any windows on the back here. I just kind of fill it in with a different layer of blocks. And then come around to the back here, fill in another window. We're just going to have 1 window in the middle. And then fill in this last wall over here. And then just throw in another window or 2 here. and then come around to the side, and you can throw in another window at the side of it here, and that will be pretty much the base foundation of your house complete. The only thing you're going to need to do now is just make sure all your blocks are kind of textured like I've done with the different types of blocks. Fill in your door with a nice spruce door, and then go around and fill in the rest of your build with some glass. Now you're going to come to the outside and just place some buttons on the extended bits of logs that are sticking out from your base. These just kind of give a nice little detail to your base and just allowing it to not look so plain from the outside. These are like your main foundation logs that are holding up your build, so just placing those little buttons on it really just give a nice little detail towards it. Now you just want to head up to the top of your roof here and just start filling in this inside with the stripped logs. And then obviously you want to leave a little gap for your windows too here. So I'm just going to leave a nice little 2 gap for my windows and repeat this the whole way around. Then once you've done that, just fill in the windows at the top with some glass, and you'll have a nice complete house. It basically is completely done. The only thing you're really going to need to do now is texture the top of the roof here, just by using a mix of trapdoors and slabs, and just create your own little pattern. So I'm just going to use a trapdoor and then a slab and repeat that pattern all the way along. This will just give us a nice little detail to the roof. And then from here, you're just going to want to work on the outside. So obviously if you create the giant square that I have done on the bottom that the house is sitting on, then you can create this nice little path that I've done here. If not, you don't have to really worry about that. You can obviously just build this house on the flat. The giant stone is actually optional, and I didn't actually include the amount of blocks that you would need for the giant stone, but it is 15 by 14 and you just fill it in. As you would do a normal kind of build. So just a 15 by 14 wide square, and then you just fill it in. If you copy the framework from the start, you'll see how long this build is. Just copy that, fill it in, make it however high you want, and then obviously you can place the house on top of that. So I've placed some fences down, added some stairs at the front for a nice little bench, added a few trapdoors above the windows on this build too, and just went around with some lanterns and chucked down a few of those to give off some light sources. So I added these trapdoors in a wavy effect above the glass in the top roof there, and then you can hang a lantern from them as well if you make the top one slightly higher than the other trapdoors. Then from here you just want to decorate the outside with some foliage, so use things like compost as leaves, grass, trapdoors, any small kind of thing you want to use like that. Feel free to use whatever you want, but this is what I went with for this video. Just for anyone who is asking, I am actually using the Germs Better Leaves resource pack as well. That is the reason the leaves are so bushy. I just put down some grass here with some trapdoors around them just for a nice little flower bed, and then filled it in with some roses and another small flower just to get a nice little space there, and I didn't want to block up the window with the roses. I had another little flower bed at the front here as well with some grass, trapdoors around it, 2 rose bushes, and then a small flower in the middle, not to block up the window, just like I said. And then obviously there's a bit more space out the front here. You just want to light it up. You can actually chuck a nice little bush in the corner there, but I'm going to light up this area before I do that. Put some bamboo pots down and then place some leaves on top of those in this section here. And then from here I just began texturing the giant square or rectangle that we have, just so it's not one stone brick and it's just all like a different bunch of textures. It just brings out the build a lot more and makes it look so much more cleaner than just having one texture. One texture looks completely plain, but it's understandable if you're building this in a flat world. However, I did build this in a flat world and transported it to my actual world and just kind of terraformed it, as you'll see later on when we go into first person to check out the inside. You can actually add a chimney to this build, which I'm going to show you on in a second. You actually have to smash out the back, but you'll see that later on. So you can either have the house like this or you can add a chimney to it if you wish. I also added these buttons around the house just for a small bit of detail. You don't actually have to do that, it's just there for a bit of detailing on the side of the house. Now your house is complete. I've added it to my actual world and I decided to add a chimney to the back of it. So if you want to add one of those, feel free to follow this next step. And then if not, we will head over into first person in a second and I'll chat more about the build there. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So now we're into first person. I can quickly show you around the build. So we have got this nice little kind of terraformed area around the house. As you see from the actual time lapse of the video, you will have just this square here that will head all the way around the house in just like a basic kind of square shape or rectangle, whatever you want to call it. It won't actually have any of the terraforming on it. You don't actually have to build this platform. I purely had it because it looks a lot better when it's up on a platform and risen from the ground, especially when it has its own unique little path that kind of goes up towards it. Obviously you could build it flat on the ground, it's probably not going to look as good, so I would recommend building out this little platform here. It will definitely make it look a lot better, especially when you interpret it or place it into your real world, and then obviously use a bit of terraforming around the edge, and then you have a nice little layout for the space, and the middle kind of square block that you have will not look so plain and boring. Anyway, as you can see, we come up the nice little staircase. We've got a little bench out here, seating area. We got these buttons on for details. We've got a nice little pot plant out here, bit of foliage around the edge and flowers. But if we head on inside, we've got our armor stand in the corner there. We've got brewing stand there. We've got just a sword kind of on a little plate thing there. 2 chairs and a table. You've got a crafting area, a few bookshelves to fill up some space, a bit of furnaces, blast furnace, a little smelting area, just a table with a lantern on top. And then you go up into your top room. Up here you got another little armor place inside your little closet. Then you got a little barrel underneath, you got your bed in the corner here, and then all around the edges you actually have barrels inside the walls, you can store stuff in there. Little table here, a little storage section over here, and then some more bookshelves there for decoration, painting on the wall, and just a few lanterns around to really light up the place. Really small and simple interior, nothing too technical or advanced about it. You can obviously design interior however you'd like, but purely for this build I just showed you how to create the house. I didn't include what was inside it, so basically you can either kind of go with a similar thing that I've done on the inside, or you can just kind of keep and do whatever you really want to do for it. But as you can see as well, during the time lapse we added the chimney, and later on that is just a bonus. You don't ever have to add the chimney. You can just keep it now, or you can just decide not to have it. I kind of decided to throw it in at the last second, put it on the back. I think I could have moved it along one and went up, but however it looks really cool where it is, so I'm going to keep it like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've tried out a new style of kind of editing this today, so I've kind of given you the materials and everything. If you guys like it, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Obviously it's something I haven't really done before, and I think I'm going to start doing it more often. I've put a lot of time and effort into this video, so I really hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like if you do, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.